Welcome to Get Strong with Kaizzad. This is the second episode in the leg series, and today we're going to show you the lunge. Now the lunge is a unilateral movement. That means that you're going to be training one leg at a time. The movement is executed on one leg. Though both the legs are involved, the entire load bearing is on the leg that moves ahead, is on the foot that moves ahead. The entire movement is balanced on the forward leg. The center of gravity of the body is centered over the forward front foot. Being a unilateral movement has two advantages. First of all, the left and the right both work independent of each other, and that's what promotes symmetry of development. One more advantage that you get in a unilateral leg movement especially is the fact that it is a movement that challenges hip stability. Basically the movement is on one leg, hence hip stability is challenged. Hence, apart from the obvious gluteus maximus, you also involve the gluteus medius and minimus, which basically sit on the sides. Hence, from a gluteal perspective, it's definitely a lot more comprehensive in its attack of the entire gluteal group than the squats. Watch. Kamlesh, 3 reps on each leg. The other leg. Rack. This movement can be done with 2 dumbbells in your hands, but I prefer the barbell version. The barbell version sort of ties you up much better. The scapulae is retracted. The dumbbells basically make you protract, and it affects your posture. The dumbbells also swing while you do the movement, and hence the body is not really kept as one cohesive unit. Hence the barbell lunge is definitely a better version. So the barbell was being used just as in a squat. You may have noticed, and I hope you've noticed because it means that you were paying attention in the earlier episode on the squats, that the bar was placed exactly the same way on the back as in the squats. The positioning of the bar was on the spine of scapulae. The grip was just outside shoulder width. So that exactly remained the same. You also saw Kamlesh doing a stepwise unracking of the bar. He unracked the bar straight up, cut the inertia there, and then he took 2 steps back. Instead of taking just 1 step back like in a squat, he took 2 steps back because the lunge is a dynamic movement that actually moves forward and backwards, and hence he needed that space away from the rack, and that is why you saw Kamlesh doing not just 1 step back, but you saw Kamlesh doing 1 and then a 2nd step back during his setup. Okay, now here's what I want you to watch. First of all, it's a dynamic movement. The bar just doesn't go up and down straight in the line of gravity. It goes down and forwards. It in fact simultaneously goes down and forward. It basically, if it stops moving forward, it stops going down. If it stops going down, it stops moving forward. That means the forward and down are both together. And this is achieved by simply stepping forward. Now this stepping forward is like a stride forward. And this is what will happen in sequence. I'll say it first and then I want you to observe it. He will take a stride forward. What is going to be the length of the stride? A comfortable stride forward. That's what he takes. Just one nice big stride forward. The heel will strike the floor. The toe will make contact with the floor, and then afterwards the knee will translate forward towards the toes. Now remember, the body is a chain. So as the knee moves forward, the hip comes down. And as the knee travels forward, it goes straight away in line with the toes. By the time the knee travels to right over the toes, the hip has come down to a point where the femur is parallel to the floor. Now these were simply words. Now you got to watch it. And that's when you'll know what I'm talking about. It's a heel strike followed by a toe strike followed by the knee translating forward and thus the hip coming down. Watch, observe. Once again, heel, toe, knee forward. Rack the weight, Kamlesh. A lot of people who execute the lunge properly, or they think that they're executing the lunge properly, tend to sort of squat down instead of lunging forward. Now remember the words that I kept repeating as Kamlesh was doing the lunge. Heel, toe, knee forward. Heel, toe, knee forward. What most people end up doing in a lunge is heel, toe, and squatting down. Now that basically doesn't put the entire center of gravity of the body onto the forefoot or onto the foot that is lunged forward. Let's see if Kamlesh can get this a little wrong to basically show you what I mean. People stride forward and then sort of tend to squat down. So if you were to look at the pathway of the bar, it would look something like this. It would look forward and then a drop. So this would be the pathway of the bar. The way in which the lunge is executed correctly, the way that you saw, the bar basically creates a pathway that is at a tangent and straight. This is the pathway of the bar of a well executed lunge, and this is the pathway of the bar of a wrongly executed lunge. I hope this makes sense. Watch, I'm going to ask Kamlesh to try and do it the wrong way for you to understand that this kind of a lunge is not really a lunge, but it's in effect a kind of a one-legged squat, if you may. So Kamlesh, you get the point? Okay. Let's hope Kamlesh gets it wrong. As I always say, when you master a movement, it's very difficult to get it wrong. Very good, Kamlesh. Kamlesh is actually demonstrating what I was saying. Watch the pathway of the bar. It's going forward and then dropping down. Going forward and dropping down. Going forward and dropping down. Now Kamlesh, one correct rep. Heel, toe, knee forward. Watch the pathway of the bar change now. Heel, toe, knee forward. Rack the bar. I really hope you all noticed the difference in the pathway of the bar. I really hope you all saw that when he did it the wrong way, the bar went like this and down. This was the pathway of the bar, and when he did it correctly, it was a proper tangential straight line coming up and down in a tangent. One more point that I want to make is that when you do it the wrong way, I hope you all remember this way, the wrong way, when the barbell basically moves in a wrong pathway, the load distribution is on both the front leg and the rear leg. A correctly executed lunge should have the load distribution completely on the front foot and not on the rear leg. The rear leg actually has no significance in a lunge. The moment you stride forward, it's all about the front foot. Many people ask me whether in a lunge the back foot should be like this or like this. It really doesn't matter, because we shouldn't be worried about the back foot. The moment I give you an instruction that the back foot should be this way or the back foot should be this way, I will be doing you a disservice, because your focus will be split between the forward foot and the back foot, and you'll end up doing something wrong. Basically, the back leg does not matter. Once you've taken your stride forward and the forward foot has struck the floor, then it's all about your entire body weight with the bar being on the front foot. Your base of support basically is not 2 feet anymore. Your base of support is just the forward foot, and your center of gravity has to be over that forward foot. I'll try and show you that. Watch. When a person is holding a bar in the position of a squat on the spine of scapulae, if I were to draw a straight line from the bar, it would hit this point called as the cuboid bone of the foot. This effectively is the center of the base of support. The center of gravity of the human body is S2, that is your sacrum, the second digit of your sacrum. The bar positioning is such that the bar is right over the center of gravity, and the center of gravity is right over this point, which is the cuboid bone, the midfoot, so to speak. Now, Kamlesh is basically going to stride forward, okay? And Kamlesh, I want you to use your left leg this time. Now, when he strides forward, you'll see what happens. Kamlesh, stride forward. What I want to demonstrate right now is that the bar, if I draw a straight line from the bar is still over the cuboid of the front foot. The entire load is on the front foot and not on the back foot. I'm going to do something. See, watch, it's loose, and it doesn't matter because he's balanced the entire weight on the front foot. Come up, Kamlesh. This is a correctly executed lunge. Hope you found this episode useful. Hope you're going to apply these principles to really develop your rectus abdominis. If you've liked the show and you've liked these kind of videos, then please do subscribe to TheHealthSite.com.